love it. All sports, double coverage.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Double Coverage. Hope you're still living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Dom with the great man Sauce. I'm back at it, my boy. Episode 113. Saucy, how you going? You recovered after your big week?
I am recovered, excited that yesterday I was able to release the roaming source from the Hobby Hangout
Roaming
last
Sauce,
weekend.
yes, it was good.
And if you haven't checked it out, make sure you head over to our YouTube channel and watch the video. A bit of fun, a few laughs. And I'll say this right now: our friends at Cherry, was an absolute gag about the lowballing, but they gag about it themselves. So just leading on from what they already do, poke fun at in the Cherry Group Facebook group. So also check that out if you're not in that Facebook group.
We just got to put the disclaimer there because we don't want it to be like we're fucking attacking them. Jeez, that's the last thing. Like, I'm not trying to attack people. You know, if you're getting attacked on this show, because we'll just straight out call you an idiot. Right. So
you just get the most prestigious award in the whole of the hobby.
Yeah, pretty much. But even then, it's not even really bagging people. Sometimes we just give it for the sake of giving it. But anyway, we digress. James, welcome. Anthony, welcome. It's called a live show. It can get very interesting, these lives. Just warning you. G'day, Global. Who's Cherry? That is what Global said in his interview with us. Yes, also it was great to get Roaming Source out. Another shout out at the top of the show to Matt's Card Shop. Obviously put out a vlog for the Hobby Hangout, but also a vlog for the North Melbourne Card Fair out on the weekend. So definitely head on over there and check his page out also. So another great person in the hobby creating content and informing everyone, Sauce, which is what we're all about
as well.
That's what we're all about. All right, Sauce. There's a few things on the plate tonight, a fair few things. The hobby talk's pretty decent. I'm scrapping insert of the week because there's a fair bit of stuff to get through, a bit of discussion. Eden, welcome. Yeah, it drops a Suey. Yes, I like that. He's currently struggling, the Suey. What is up, Matty Cams? Get them to rip Baywatch again. Yeah, well...
we have been advised there is some sort of product, something called bench warmers out there. I don't know anything about it.
Yes.
We've been told, ladies and gentlemen, to get a box and rip it on the show.
Can we tell? I want to tell them who told us to rip it.
It was the Oracle, mate.
It was the Oracle. Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate the share, mate. Really do. The Oracle. So the gist of this product, ladies and gents, if you're listening to this, anyway, the Oracle shared this with bench warmers, and don't make up your mind about us too, mate. They create this product. I don't want any flack when I explain it to you. This is a real product, so I'm not copping any flack. You got flack for double coverage, you know where you can stick it. It is a cheerleaders set, and it's cheerleaders cards, and that's fine. There's a few interesting inserts in this. There's the kiss patches, so they kiss the card, and you can pull that out of the box. But they got like a booty spotlight where they zoom in. Like I'm telling you,
this is right up my alley, Domo. This is right up my alley.
This is you to a T. So he's probably searching all over the internet for this product, and he's gonna look to rip it on the show.
The booty spotlight. I'm gonna have to see if I find one here.
We might even have to. We might even have to look later in the show and see if we can get the checklist up. That's what we'll do. So we can see if the family want us to rip it. Anyway, let's move on. NBA is back on the cards, Sauce. It's back on, and I'm so happy because one of my favorite players during the week has made a move. Here he is, Sauce. He's now at the Lake Show. I want your thoughts. This is all Lakers.
Someone told me you know what, Dom? I haven't even followed any of this rubbish. The Lakers are going to be so shit this season. I'm just telling everyone now. It's a shambles. Apparently, first training session together, there was a punch-on disagreement already between Russell Westbrook and Pat Beverly.
Well, they actually hate each other, so
this is prime for disaster. This is going to be an absolute another wasted season. I did read somewhere that LeBron apparently is looking at a extension of $31 million a year for 2 years or something like that.
Yeah, I think he's agreed to
signed
that.
It. Yeah, he's agreed to it. So locked in for another 2 years. LeBron, I guess that's a good thing. It's the only positive thing out of this off season.
And
but everything else has been a shambles.
So you're bringing in Pat Bev. The rumor on the street now is you're going to get Buddy Hield and Miles Turner as well. All right, so they're coming in. The other story over here, this bad boy, not Shaq. It's the Westbrook twist over here, this article. I'll chuck it in the chat. Feel free to have a read of it. All right. There you go. Whoop, that post. There you go. It's in there. So this one is Lakers being the third part in the 3-team trade to help the Knicks land Donovan Mitchell, which will then send Westbrook to Utah. And in return, they'll also give up some picks, the Lakers, and they will receive Evan Fournier from the Knicks and Bojan Bogdanovic. Oh, no, Bojan Bogdanovic from Utah source. So you're getting a few people, and a few more picks, and not picks, players.
So there's still hope that Westbrook could be on the move.
Yeah. I told you what's going to happen, mate. Even if they can't move him, they just buy him out and move him on. Simple as that. So he won't be there. Hey, Matty, welcome. The interesting thing, Source, is all of this rubbish that the Lakers are going through and the franchise is putting their fans through could all have been avoided last year if they got rid of THT for Buddy Hield and DeMar DeRozan.
He's gone now.
He's gone now.
He's going to be the savior. No. Pre-season, when he was lighting it up last season, THT was the GOAT. His card prices were going bananas. I sold a couple of his base cards on eBay on a quick flip when he went off in the preseason. People were just gobbling up everything.
Nick Claxton cards. That's a coaster, by the way. That's why it's on my desk. It's for my coffee. The other funny thing, Matty Cam said they're good if they get them to elite rebound and 3-point shot. Yeah, it's true. James says they should have kept Caruso. That was a big fail. It was. Saucy always harps on about that. Got rid of all their perimeter defenders for what? Lakers give me a headache. They're like home and away soap opera. They are. Now, the interesting one, James says this. What if they trade Westbrook and you've got a healthy AD? Well, let's transition into this. Rumor on the street by an exec is that he believes that the Suns are going to trade DeAndre Ayton and Cam Johnson to the Lakers for Anthony Davis. So you got anything to say on that, Source?
Oh, I don't really know. I don't really know. I don't even know if that's a fair trade.
Do you want Anthony Davis? Sorry, do you want DeAndre Ayton?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Oh, that's an interesting one. He could potentially fit, but you would need AD to move on. I don't know. I think AD would be better. I think it'd be better to keep AD.
I'll pose this to you, Source. If DeAndre Ayton plays in the paint, which is what he does, and AD plays the same way he's always played, jacking up jumpers and 3-point shots, would you still take DeAndre Ayton? Or would you keep Anthony Davis, or now would you take DeAndre Ayton?
Well, if he's going to shoot 23% from 3-point land and keep taking those shots, and you prefer Ayton because he's going to, you know what you're going to get from him.
And Matty Cam says, when has there ever been a healthy AD?
Yeah, that was the other thing. I honestly don't see him playing more than 55 games this season. And that would be like a good season for AD. He's going to miss 30. He's going to somehow find a way to miss 30 games.
He will. No, you haven't, Hayden. You haven't missed anything on RJ Barrett. He's going to sign a 4-year, $120 million contract. Is that? I'm pretty sure
$121 million.
Yeah.
The man's getting paid.
So behind that story is that the Knicks were thinking of using him as a piece to get Donovan Mitchell. They were going to get rid of him. But now that they've signed him, that's why they're looking at other teams to come into this trade to help them land Mitchell, so they can pretty much use a third party like the Lakers to offer picks and stuff. They're going to give picks, clearly, and whatever else they've got to give for Donovan Mitchell. And then they want the Lakers then to give up a player and some more picks to add to it, so they're rightfully compensated. So, I don't know. Your thoughts on RJ Barrett, Source? Do you think if they can get Donovan Mitchell, it'd be Mitchell, Barrett, and what's his name? Brunson.
Interesting. Small backcourt if they have all of them, and then you've got.
I don't see Randall staying.
He'd have to move to the small forward position. Would Barrett?
They might have to draft they'd have to be shit for a season and then draft a center.
You think if they can get Mitchell, they want to team up Mitchell and Barrett, and they think that's their
and Brunson.
And Brunson. Yeah,
it's very small.
I still don't see that team, if they're able to, put it together, doing anything.
The Knicks aren't going to do anything. That's the harsh reality. They're not going to do anything. They're going to be shit. So I personally don't think Jalen Brunson is any good. Like, he's not what they think he is. Like, sorry, I'll rephrase that. He's good, but he's not what you all think he is. He played with Luka the Don. Yeah, anyone could look better playing with Luka the Don when he's getting all the attention and you're the second option. So you're gonna get your shots.
Yeah, that's what I reckon too, Eden. I reckon the defense would be so shit with those three on the court. You'd be so small. Donovan Mitchell already struggles on defense when
RJ Barrett doesn't play switches. None of them play defense.
It's a tough sell to me, man. I don't know. I think the Knicks. I think they're just going after the first star that sort of became available. And don't get me wrong, Donovan Mitchell, he's a good player, but I just don't. I think Donovan Mitchell is a number 2 guy, and he needs a star, and he's not. He's a very good basketball player. I'm not long going to lie, but I think he needs, to be successful. I think he needs someone else to be the leader, and then he could be a very, very strong number 2 man, like super strong.
I just like the other thing,
but we've seen it when he gets to the playoffs, and he's got to be the number 1 guy. Like
it was all smoke. It's all smoke and mirrors. What you saw Donovan Mitchell do when he was in the bubble. That's all smoke and mirrors. Like, everyone got sucked in. You genuinely got sucked in. Like, with Donovan Mitchell, he's a good player, but he's not. I
wonder how much this would affect his card prices if he does go to the Knicks. Like, will there be a run up on some of his stuff? I think it'll be interesting to watch.
Not when they don't win anything.
Space. Yeah, but it's the Knicks, more relevant, and a lot of people in the hobby said, like, the thing why Donovan Mitchell's cards aren't appreciated, he's putting up numbers because he's in Utah. Like, no one wants to collect Utah player or a guy that plays for Utah. He needs to be in a more relevant franchise. Well, you can't get any more relevant than the New York Knicks. There's that much limelight on you. I couldn't see how they wouldn't get a bump. So, interesting space. Congratulations, RJ Barrett, getting paid. But
100%.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
feel like maybe.
Eden said steal for the Suns. I think he meant steal for Lakers. AD can't keep it on the park. So your team would be Booker, the most overrated shooting guard of my life, with AD, the most overrated big man of my life, and Chris Paul.
AD, Chris Paul,
Is that
generally
harsh?
struggling with a bit of injury. Yeah,
Probably a
Chris
little bit
Paul does
harsh,
towards
but
the end of the year. I don't know, Doma. It makes for an interesting space to watch.
I'm just trying to get Brunson's stats here from the playoffs. Where is it? I can't find it. Oh, here. Game highs, playoff series. 2022 Western Conference Finals. He was okay. He was okay. He averaged 18. It's pretty like he averaged 28 against Utah in the first round. He averaged 18.7 and then 18 against Golden State when they lost. So yeah, he's okay, Matty. Like he did step up in that one series, but like Luka the Don needed help in that Phoenix one. Yeah, like he contributed like 20 points a game, but he stunk from three, shot at 25%. But is what it is. He put up 131 points in that series. Anyway, James says if Donovan Mitchell goes to anywhere but Utah, he won't be the star of the team anymore. Fair point. Or maybe in New York he
If he
would.
goes to New York, I think he still is.
He would be.
Still number
In
one
New
guy.
York he would.
Has to
If he went to the Heat like people thought he would, then he definitely won't be. Matty says anything near 20 points for a number 2-3 star is good. Yeah, 100%. It is. You probably want to try and get it to 20, though. 20 or more as a number 2. How about your big man, which was Luka the Don, the superstar. Anyway, let's move on. Just wanted to run some of those trades by a source. Obviously, some acquisitions down in Los Angeles, the City of Angels, which is now becoming City of Nightmares, if you ask me. Westbrook's just got to get out of the whole situation. Let's move on to the EPL. It was a good week this week, Source. It's always a great week if you're an Arsenal fan these days. They're just doing things that are unheard of, to be honest. Oh, where are we? Sorry. Let's get these results. Results are United defeat Southampton 1-0. Played well for 60 minutes, 65 minutes. Fernandez with the volley in this one. I was just a bit baffled as to why we dominated for about 60 minutes. Like we had not dominated, but we had the run of the play, and then we dropped off and we wanted to defend for 35 minutes. I was a bit confused, Source. I don't know why we wouldn't press and force the issue a bit more to kick another one. Like we put Ronaldo on to make him defend. It made no sense to me. Casemiro, like if you want to defend, putting Casemiro on makes sense, and putting Alfredo on makes sense because they're CDMs. But Ronaldo, it's like, well, you're trying to pinch one off a counter. So I don't know. BJ, welcome. Yes, you're on the money. Liverpool did win 9-0 against Bournemouth, and Scott Parker, the manager of Bournemouth, was sacked today after that horrific performance against Liverpool. Funny thing, if you are a fantasy Premier League player, they kicked 9 goals, and Mo Salah was nowhere to be involved in the 9 goals. So
you'd be spewing, wouldn't you?
Yeah, everyone captained him, mate. It's just a joke. Absolute joke. Chelsea defeated Leicester 2-1. Sterling has shown up, finally. Brighton defeated Leeds 1-0.
They had a red card, and he got the 2 goals. So,
yeah.
With 10 men. So
Brighton defeated the hot Leeds United, Source 1-0, which was it's a good start for them. Really, really good start. Brentford Everton drew 1-1. Spurs defeated Nottingham Forest 2-0. Newcastle Wolves 1-1. West Ham defeated Villa 1-0. and Steven Gerrard was booed off the pitch. Sauce booed off the pitch at home, losing to West Ham, who are clearly struggling. Anthony says the pool finally get the W. Harvey looks sublime and Cavallo off the mark. Bournemouth just sacked their coach about an hour ago as well. For me, though, the Haaland show was the highlight of the week. And we will get to that one. 2-0 down at halftime against Crystal Palace. And then Bernardo Silva started off the goal scoring in the second half, followed by 3 straight by Haaland. And
he's well on his way to the 30 that we said he was going to get in the Prem this season.
Yeah. His third goal, Sauce, was the pick of the 3.
The one where he held off the defenders?
Oh, he didn't hold him up. He pretty much threw him off him. And then first time, that finish was amazing. So nice. So, Man City escaped the jaws of defeat after 2-0 down. Arsenal, Sauce, you are the last game here to cover. You were down in this one.
Down in this one, gave away an absolute howler. Gabriel at the back. Should have never given Fulham a chance, but Mitrovic pinched it away from him, finished it nicely, but showed good character to come back and get the win in the end. A bit of fortune with the winning goal, with it sort of just bobbling around and then falling to Gabriel, who was able to redeem himself. So, look, what I really liked, Doma, was the way that we were able to fight back. We didn't let that rattle us, even though it was a sort of 55th minute. I think they scored around then. So there's only half an hour, just over half an hour to play, and we were still able to get the result. But Fulham played well. So, and they've given some team. I think. They don't want to go straight back down again, like they did the last time that they were in the Premier League. So I reckon they've got a strong capability to stay up. I think they'll worry some teams, Fulham. So they're playing a better brand of football than what they did last time they were in the Premier League. So I think they'll be all right. I think they'll be all right. But as an Arsenal fan, can't be happier. As I said, I want to start 6-0. I want to see a win this week and the next week, and then 6th game is obviously there's 2 games this week.
2 games this week. We'll get to that now. There is 2 games this week, so it's going to be interesting. I think we get, if I'm not mistaken, Anthony will probably be able to help me, or James, or someone in the comments. Because of the World Cup, they are doing a lot more of these double-header type weeks, Sauce, leading into November. Obviously, you know that there's going to be a break mid-season because of the World Cup. So we're going to get a lot more of these 2 games a week type scenarios, which we will get to after I get through some of these comments. James says Salah missed 2 sitters. BJ says, let's go Chelsea. Anthony says, could have been me triple captaining Jesus this week. 3 points in total. He said Trossard and Grove. It's Grove. That's pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. In a world of their own at Brighton, playing some beautiful football. Trossard's a machine, man. James says, I live for the Haaland post-match interviews. I saw his first one. I haven't caught his recent ones.
He's good. He's good.
And
good value.
Look at this. Sauce, this is a nice comment. Haaland has a bit of Zlatan about him for his post-match interviews, just a little less arrogant. Doesn't refer to him as Haaland.
Well, when he bangs in 30 goals this season, don't worry. Next season, he'll have more arrogance.
Yeah, there we go. Yep, be a few more of the 2 game weeks due to the break. So let's get to the games for this week. I'll jump to the top here. Wednesday, we have Palace, Brentford, Fulham, Brighton, Southampton, Chelsea, Leeds, Everton. Thursday, we have Bournemouth, Wolves, Arsenal, Villa, City, Forest, West Ham, Spurs, Liverpool, Newcastle. And the round ends on Friday with Leicester versus United. That is a morning game. Then match day
for United.
And then
Danger game.
Match day week 6. So that's match day week 5. Match day week 6 starts the next day on the Saturday. It's Everton, Liverpool, Brentford, Leeds, Chelsea, West Ham, Newcastle, Palace, Forest, Bournemouth, Spurs, Fulham, Wolves, Southampton, Aston Villa, City, Brighton, Leicester. And match day week 6 ends with United again against Sausage mob in what is
Come
going to
on.
be a big weekend because the F1 race is just before this match. So Saucy and I might be struggling heavily on Monday.
F1's backing it up into the Premier League. United versus Arsenal.
It's going to be a big one.
At Old
James
Trafford.
says 16
Huge.
rounds before they break for the World Cup in November. So we're 6 down, 10 to go after this week. We should get to the table quickly as well. We're okay for time at the moment, but the table, let's bring it up. We got to, because Sauce's team's on top. So you want to show it. You don't want to gloss over it. Arsenal on top, unbeaten, 12 points. Then we have City, Spurs, and Brighton second, equals second. There you go. Sorry, in the top four. Leeds, fifth. Chelsea, sixth. Newcastle, seventh. United, eighth. Liverpool, ninth. Then we have Brentford, Fulham on 5 points as well. Palace, Southampton, and Forest on 4 points. And then Villa, West Ham, Bournemouth on 3. Everton, Wolves, and Leicester in the relegation zone.
Oh, Everton's going to have a tough season. They're going to be battling for relegation, I reckon.
Yep.
I looked at their team. It's just not very good. They've sold a few of their better players as well.
Anthony says massive week of sports ahead with AFL on top as well. You are on the money. You're on the money. And with that, let's transition. Oh no, I just shut it.
Oh, dumber.
Let's transition into the AFL. It is finals week, Saucy. Round finals. 1 of the finals.
Huge.
Here we go. We're gonna have to put in our tips here. And I know who you're going to go with. I know one game you're definitely going to be tipping because they were your pre-season tips to win the flag, and they are running hot, mate. So we'll start with Thursday night football at the Gabba. We got the Lions versus the Tigers. Sauce. I know where you're going.
Hey, the word on the street is Dustin Martin. He's will be suiting up.
He's playing
for Richmond.
He's playing.
So you couldn't write a better script for the Tigers. Big Dusty back. They'll go up there to Brisbane. They'll bully them. They'll get the W. Tigers will win by 3 goals. And mate, they won't be able to. They're not going to be able to control. They're not going to be able to control that forward line. And I actually really think. I think it's going to be Dusty's going to be playing like 60% forward. I reckon that's what they're going to do with him. I reckon they put him in the forward line and they'll work it out there.
Pretty good
Revolt,
with
Dusty and Lynch.
Maurice Rioli's been killing it on the forward pressure as well at the moment. Up there, Cumberland, Lynch. Rewalt, Martin.
Is he good to go, Cumberland? He did tweak his knee? No.
He'll play, I think. I think he'll play. Sauce, seriously, I'm going Tigers as well in this. I think they win this game and they win the flag once they win this game. I reckon that's it.
They're going to get on a run.
This is the only obstacle for them. They win this game. Every other game's in Melbourne, I'm pretty sure.
And we'll be at the G.
They just need to win this game. So it is a massive worry for you, James, as a Lions fan. I would be pooing myself, especially if Dustin Martin gets named. Eden says flag pies. We'll get to your game in a second. We have the D's versus the Swans on Friday night. That's another one of your teams here, Sauce, the Swans, that you love dearly.
I said they'll be all right this season at the beginning.
Top 4, they got the second chance.
I had them in the 8. I had them in the 8 at the beginning. I actually want a. Remember when we did our 8, I didn't have Port Adelaide in there, and I think it was Matty Cams in the comments said, "Oh, you know Port in there," and I thought I rethought it and I put them in there. I should have stuck to me guns. I should have left them out. They're terrible. I reckon Ken Hinkley won't be there as coach next season. Just a little FYI.
Probably not.
I'm going to have to go with the D's. I like the Swans, but I think just in Melbourne, the D's are just going to do enough. They have got back a bit of their fire, a bit of their good form. Their pressure is back up to a level that is, of a standard that you need to win finals football. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Swans got the win. I think it's going to be a very close match. I think they've played some very close matches this season,
They have.
if I recalled. And I don't see
Sydney's
this
beat
being.
them too.
Yeah, that's as well. So this will be a good game. This will be a good game. I'm going to go the D's, but I will not be surprised if the Swans get the win here. And I'm also not upset because I like the Swannies as well. So
I'm going the D's with you, Sauce. Let's get to the Saturday games. We'll start with the one that it could be anything really, but it's Fremantle versus the Bulldogs.
I'm gonna back Freo in over there. Not that the Doggies can't do it. They've got experience. They've got quite a few players with premiership experience, finals experience. They've won over there before in finals in Perth. So it's not that they can't do it. They're not that they can't travel.
I want to tip the Dogs. I really want to tip them. Not to just be different. Yeah. I really want to tip them. They're one of the best teams when they're in finals outside that 4. As we know, they're a danger side. And I think we've seen a few cracks in Fremantle after the bye.
There has been. All right.
The fair few.
I'm going
Dogs.
Is there odds there? Is there odds there?
Yeah, they're $2.47 and Freo's $1.55. Gamble responsibly.
Oh, you know what? That's juicy. $2.47. That's a good one for the multi. Yeah, I'm telling you, I like those odds.
Are you changing your tip? Are you sticking with the Dockers?
No, well, I'll stick with the Dockers. But I like those odds. I would actually like to put that in a multi.
There you go.
$2.47.
Yeah, gamble responsibly.
Over there before. Gamble responsibly, ladies and gentlemen.
Also, Anthony said he had Sydney to win the whole thing this year, which is interesting. Global says the Bont will get them over the line.
Alive.
Yeah, anything can happen. They got that top 4 spot. And, of course, the last one, we have Geelong versus Collingwood at the G, Saturday, 4:35 p.m.
Geelong. I've backed them in. I've said they're going to win the premiership. They're going to take care of business this weekend onto a prelim and get the week's rest.
You know who I have to tip?
Yeah, he's tipped them for now 13 weeks in a row.
30? Nah, I reckon this is the 14th week.
14th week in a row. He's tipped.
And I've lost. I've lost once out of the 13 times so far. So I'm tipping the Pies. It is probably what is one of the stupidest tips ever, but I'm tipping the Pies.
What are the bookmakers got it at?
They're $2.87. They're floating around that $3 mark. The Pies against the Cats for $1.43.
$1.43. All right. I like the Cats. Anthony reckons Pies win at the G.
We'll wait and see what happens.
It's going to be a good game.
Global says a lesson will be taught to the Pies this week. I don't know. The way that Collingwood plays with that belief and their pressure in the second half, I can't write them off.
And a lot of experience in close games, which is going to count for something in this final run.
Tinky. Hey, boys. How are you doing? We are well. We hope you are well. Honestly, go watch Roaming Source. I met Tinky beforehand. So when they ripped Impeccable at the start of Hobby Hangout. So Tinky introduced himself to me and I introduced myself to Tinky. And I actually went to Source and said, Tinky from Tinky Breaks is actually here. And Source was like, that's awesome. But Saucy didn't know what Tinky looked like. So when he's doing the Roaming Source, he goes up to Tinky and he's like, how you going? Yeah, and he's having a chat to him. And I'm like, that's Tinky behind the camera. And he's like, what the hell is this guy on about? And he goes, what's your name? And he goes, I'm Tinky. I'm from Tinky Breaks. He's like, you're the Tinky? The actual Tinky.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was like I met Superstar, mate.
Mate.
He wasn't at the first Hobby Hangout.
I know, but it was funny. Your reaction was the best. And then you just G'd up.
I didn't know Tinky Breaks was named after someone named Tinky. I will be honest with you. I didn't know. I just thought it was a name they'd come up with. But it makes sense now. It all clicked. We spoke to the great man. He's got a great collection. Domo likes him because he's a United fan.
Yeah, no, I don't just like him. He is one of my primo numero unos in this hobby, old Tinky, because he was wearing a United top at the Hobby Hangout. And that's how you should roll. Everyone should be wearing United tops at the Hobby Hangout.
Shut up, Domo. Shut up. All right. Everyone will be Arsenal after this season, mate.
Yeah. All right. Tiki, I know you're not here to promote yourself. We just we'll do it for you, mate. All right. He said he was behind the shadows. I like it. So there you go. Week 1 of the finals is upon us. We've put our tips in. Sauce has gone Tigs, D's, Freo, Geelong. I've gone Tigs, D's, Dogs, Pies. So there we go. Nekos says Tinky's a legend. United all the way. I agree. Sue. That's what we like. Be United on the show. Let's move on to the F1 Sauce. Oh, shit! It was boring. The second half of this race.
That's why I fell asleep.
The start was Sauce going absolutely nuts.
It was entertaining. The start was very entertaining.
Give us a rundown. You give us the rundown. What happened at the start of this race? You were losing the plot.
Well, we got the takeoff. First of all, Chico Perez, absolute disaster from the takeoff. Lost that many spots, right? I was losing it because he started second and he ended up like in 6th off the start around the first corner. He had a reaction speed, mate. My nonna, who's 6 feet under, has a faster reaction speed than Chico Perez off the line there on the Belgian Grand Prix. That's how slow he was. I couldn't believe it. Then we had Alonso and Hamilton just mayhem. Hamilton drove over the top of Alonso's car, was airborne. He smashed his car onto the ground, kept driving for a bit. I'm like, Domi, he's gonna have to leave the race. He's got damage to his car, surely. And sure enough, about 3 corners later, he's pulled off to the side. Hamilton out on the first 4 turns of the race. It was just bananas. But then we seen Max Verstappen take control. We've seen, of course, as we expect now, race in and race out, Ferrari making stupid decisions. We've seen more of that. But it's looking more and more like Red Bull have come out of this break. They've had ridiculous straight line speed in this Belgian Grand Prix, and they've found something. And they are looking stronger than they did before the mid-season break.
Before the break, it looked like a few teams here, like Mercedes and Ferrari, was really pacey, and you're like, like Verstappen was getting to the line by pushing hard, and you're like, maybe some teams are gaining on Red Bull here, but 4 weeks later, Sauce, from the last race before Belgium, oh my gosh, that car looked ridiculous. He even started on a grid penalty. He started 14th max. And Mercedes literally
lap 8, he was in lead of the race or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Mercedes said, after 7 laps, he'll be in the top 4. That's what they predicted. And I think he was 3rd or 2nd after the 8 laps or whatever it was. But anyway, by the time I got to 10 laps into the race, a quarter into the race of the 44 laps, he was leading the Grand Prix. And absolutely dominating.
Yeah, killing it.
It's true.
He won by a mile.
It's true, Tinky. You're on the money. Spa does suit Red Bull. I agree with you. I completely agree with you. It does. There's a lot of that straight line speed like that they can take advantage of. I do understand that. But they're usually good around the corners as well, the Red Bulls. It's just a all-around great car at the moment. And as Saucy said, just an absolute nightmare from Ferrari. Absolute nightmare. So let's get to the standings, which I'm going to bring up.
If anyone didn't see, they cost Charles Leclerc a spot and points by calling him to come in on the last lap to go for the fastest lap, put soft tires on, and it actually cost him a spot to Alonso. So, and then he copped a 5-second penalty or 6-second penalty.
No, he passed Alonso, and then because he sped in the pit lane to get those tires on, they gave him a 5-second penalty, and he finished behind Alonso after the race.
Shambles. Yeah. Just another dubious call by Ferrari, and just they just are not going to do anything because the team management is a joke. They are clowns. Yes, I agree, Tinky.
Yes, they are. They are clowns. Let's get this Drivers' Championship up. Let me zoom in on this. All you need to see is this big number here. It's almost 100 points clear now of his teammate, Max Verstappen. He's on 284 right here. Perez 191, Charles Leclerc 186, Sainz 171, Georgie Russell, Mr. Consistency in fifth on 170, Lewis Hamilton 146, did not finish the race. I'm not even going to bother going through the rest of the drivers. It is that top six really fighting for, well, it's from second to sixth fighting for second position behind Max Verstappen, who is, unless he doesn't finish half of the next 9 races, he's going to be world champion. As Tinky says a bit further up here, he's going to be champion with 4 to 5 races to go. Yes, he's on the money. Yeah, he did stuff for going into the pits. Global, where's Danny going to end up? Us Global. I think Alpine. I think he ends up there.
He's still good enough to get a seat. I just don't think there's that many, race guys in F2 that are just banging on the door. Like the good ones have already been taken up for next season. So I think he's good enough to get another seat.
You'll take Alonso's seat, I think, at Alpine and drive with Ocon. Tinky said Danny is going to the US.
It'd be interesting if he ends up driving like IndyCar or something like that.
Yeah, or he might leave. He might leave the sport. I don't know what he's going to do. Like, I think Alpine, if he does drive Formula One, it's Alpine. I can't see him driving in the Haas. Like, even Daniel Ricciardo knows that that is just a waste of his time. That is just like a payday, honestly, for him. He just comes to collect his check week in, week out, and waste his time, really. There's no point going through all that hoopla to finish in the bottom 5 every week. Like, what's the point? So it's either he goes to and he has to go to like an Alpine, Aston Martin, Alfa Romeo type team where Aston Martin's already full. So it's either going to be Alpine or Alfa Romeo potentially. Alpine wants the other Muppet. Which one? Yeah, he's way too good for the bottom half. We spoke about this last week, Tinky. We were just saying that he's actually a great driver, and now because a lot of eyes are on the sport, obviously since COVID and Drive to Survive, people look at Danny Rick and go, "Oh, he's overrated. He's not even a good driver," but they don't know him for what he was.
Mate, he's got more wins than Charles Leclerc, I'm pretty sure, doesn't he?
Probably.
Pretty sure he does.
It's not hard. He wasn't driving for Ferrari. He was driving for Red Bull, so I can understand it. Yes.
He's even got win. He's got a win in the McLaren.
Danny Rick, yeah, he's the only. Yeah, he has. He's won a Grand Prix in a McLaren. Correct. So anyway, next race this week before the United Arsenal game is the Dutch Grand Prix in the Netherlands. So we'll jump on there, Source. We'll do off the grid. You'll be asleep. You'll have a nap during that, and you'll wake up for the United Arsenal game and probably fall asleep during that as well. So it's going to be an interesting weekend.
I'm gonna have to get some Red Bull. Give me some wings.
I'm going to get an intravenous coffee drip and just stick it in my arm. Just have coffee flowing through my veins. That's it. There you go. Anthony will debut against Arsenal just to piss off Arsenal fans. He won't play against Leicester. His medical will be done tomorrow. He'll play Monday. Just to piss you off, Sauce.
Ben White will have him in his pocket, mate.
Relax, mate. Who plays on your wing? Who plays on your?
He plays.
No. Who plays on your right wing for Arsenal?
Right wing, yeah.
Yeah. Good luck to whoever it is.
Ben White, sucker.
Good luck to Saka. He's got to go up against Malakia, mate. Good luck. Seriously, good luck. He dominated again on the weekend. He's just killing people on that side.
But he's good. So, he's a good player.
Anyway, good luck to Saka. Saka, that's going to be a great.
Knowing our luck, he'll probably start Luke Shaw that game.
Yeah, it's a fair point. Yeah, there's a lot. We'll try and get to your comments. A lot going on, which is good. Anthony, is the second best player who's left Ajax recently. Yeah, Martinez, man, he's a machine. The butcher. A reminder: Arsenal does not have a great record at Old Trafford in recent times, but just hope for.
He's talking about gravy, mate. The big gravy. He's
no,
gone
no,
to
he's
Bayern,
not.
mate.
I'm talking about Martinez. I know who he's talking about, but I'm talking about the real best player. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself with United because they won 2 games against 2 shit teams. Like Liverpool's team was horrific in that game, and we beat Southampton, who were poo. We're probably going to get tailed up against your mob, to be honest. But anyway, I digress. NFL source next week. We are going to have to review the season because it starts next Friday. We're not going to get into it this week, but we will try and tee up a special pod just dedicated to NFL next week. And we're going to try and get 2 people on, which we did have a chat to him, or well, one of them at the Hobby Hangout weekend. He's probably watching right now, one of those people. And we're going to try and tee it up with him. And the other one, hopefully we can get Matt's Card Shop back on again. As you know, he predicted the Rams to win the Super Bowl on this show last year in the preseason.
He called it. Yep.
He's the guy you want to listen to. Not these two when it comes to NFL. So struggled down for us. All right, Source, moving on. UFC.
I believe there was a card, Dom. I probably should have had it up. So we'll get it up.
There was, or was there a break?
No, I think there was a break. There's
a big card this week.
There is a card this weekend. So there was no UFC, obviously, after the Usman fight, but this weekend it is, and it's a cracker. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you tune in. And this is a fight night, so it's not even a main event. So I believe this will be free to air on ESPN. I will bring it up. UFC fight night. Main event, Cyril Gane against Ty Bam Bam Tuivasa, the Aussie. And then the co-main event, Robert Whittaker against Marvin Vettori in the middleweight. So 2 Aussies in action. You got the middleweight, Alessio Di Chiricho against Roman Kopylov. And lightweight, John McDeasy against Nasrat. Well, I wouldn't even know how to pronounce that. Have a crack, Doma.
Hakparast.
There we go. And feel free to check it out this weekend. It's 5 a.m. So if you're keen as beans, Sunday morning.
Why did you back it in, Source? 5 a.m. for the card, 11 p.m. at night for the race,
no,
1:30 a.m. Monday morning.
I'll probably be staying up and watching some EPL, so I probably won't be watching this card live. No. I'm not going to lie to people. I'd love to. Or maybe because maybe by the time the main event is on, it's probably around closer to 7 a.m. So maybe if you get up at 6:45, you probably catch the main event. Just depends on how quick the first fights go. But cracking card, check it out this weekend. UFC Fight Night, Gane versus Tuivasa.
Very nice. Anthony is very happy with that. He says, "Bam, bam, baby." Yes.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to. I think he's going to have to go the route. Oh, look, I will say this on that. I think Robert Whittaker will beat Vettori. Pretty confident in that one. I think Whittaker's just all around better fighter. And in that one, I think Gane is going to win. I'll be honest with people because I just think he's going to be a bit too smart. But if Tuivasa is going to win, he has to get him in the clinch, make it dirty, take him to the ground, use his extra weight that he's probably going to have on top of him and just, able to get some ground and pound in. That should probably tire out Gane a little bit and maybe not make his movement as much of a factor, which is what happened in the Ngannou fight. Ngannou was able to take him down, tire him out. He wasn't as fast on his feet, wasn't able to, Cyril Gane sort of jumps on his feet. He's a bit like, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. He jumps around a lot. He very light on his feet. So, for Tuivasa to have any chance, he has to take that away from him and then able to slow him down. Then he'll, Tuivasa hits him with the right punch or hits him with one of those elbows like he did to Derek Lewis, it'll be lights out. So Gane knows he can't get in too close to him because if he does let him, let those hammers go, it could be good night Gane. So Gane's never been knocked out. He's only been defeated one time. That was by Ngannou, and it was on points. It was a points decision. So, yeah, I hope that Tuivasa can get the win. And if he does get the win, he's probably going to get a title shot after this. So it's a big fight for his career. But I think Garn's going to win.
Very nice. All right, Saucy, let's move on. We've covered everything in the sports section. Funnily enough, there's no Le Mans this week. We haven't seen anyone do anything that's lemon worthy, to be honest, which is pretty good. Everyone's been on their best behavior, which is a positive for once. So
it's nice. It's nice.
No lemons.
Not have
nice
to flame
positive.
Anyone.
Yeah, probably till we get to hobby talk, and then Sauce will flame somebody. You'll find somebody to just hammer. Anyway, let's get to hobby talk. Brought to you by Platinum Standard Grading. Thank you to Platinum Standard Grading. Bulk Sub 3 is open. We told you to hold off last week, but it's back now. You had your chances at the hobby hangout there. Now, use us, get your cards in, get to experience their fantastic slabs and their service over there in Queensland. So get your cards in.
Join the group. It's in the description. Happy to answer any questions. And yeah, try out the #1 Australian grading company. For some of your PC cards or AFL cards, definitely. Even I've sent some basketball cards there as well. So why not give them a shot and support someone who is supporting the hobby here in Australia. They were obviously the major sponsor for Hobby Hangout in Melbourne last weekend. And they were for the previous Melbourne show that was last year, and they were also for the previous Brisbane and Sydney show. So doing really, really good things for the hobby. Platinum Standard Grading, our friends down there, Brett and McCullum, the CEO, and Chris Bilston doing brilliant things. So check them out, give them a shot, and make sure you submit to us.
Double coverage. That's what we say. Give them a shot. And we started seeing a lot of other like storefronts and stuff, store holders, at the Hobby Hangout actually have Platinum Standard Grading slabs for sale.
Yep.
So
good.
They're getting out there, which is fantastic. So definitely check them out. Check out the group. Join the group. Send some cards in through us. It is $22 a card. No, $27 a card.
27.
Sorry. $27 a card. We take obviously $2 admin fee to obviously post out your cards and stuff to cover postage and other expenses. But then, $25 a card, no matter what card you send in. There is no pyramid scale of this is worth this card, so it's $150 to sub. Every card is $25 or $27 through us. So definitely check them out. Bulk Sub 3 is open. Thomas Butters, welcome to the show. Great, man. Great to have you in here. Just missed the footy rundown for this week. Tips were Sauce, Tiggs, D's, Freo, Geelong. Me, Tiggs, D's, Dogs, Pies. Breaking news. The GOAT, former GOAT, Nat Fyfe, out, Sauce, for the game on the weekend. His hamstring's finished and his career's pretty much cooked. He's done. If you ask me, this great man right here is in a lot of trouble.
Isn't it?
It is sad. Injuries. Anyway, let's start with this saucy bang. It's 18 million Australian, if anyone's wondering. It's a record 12.6 million US for the 52 tops Mickey Mantle. Here it is. It was in an SGC 9.5 slab.
That just brings
here it is.
Absolute delight to my ears, the fact that it was in an SGC slab.
There you go.
How envious would PSA be right now?
Very envious. So it's not just a record for cards, as mentioned, it's a record for any piece of sports memorabilia passing the 9.3 million USD someone paid for the jersey worn by Diego Maradona when he scored the famous or infamous hand of God goal in the 86 World Cup quarterfinals. And that was actually sold in May. So very interesting. Obviously, 7.25 for the 1906 Honus Wagner T206 card, which was in the SGC 3 or 2.5, I think it was. So the two biggest sales recently for cards all time have been in SGC slabs, which is very, very interesting to see, which is good. Bit of versatility, change it up. So I'll chuck this in here. Oop.
Yeah, you would have seen it across the socials, so I'm not going to go on it a bit more.
Chuck that here, put that here. So the Mickey Mantle was sold on Heritage Auctions. There it is there, the card. Looks very nice, if you ask me. Your thoughts on it, Source? What's it mean?
I mean, there's only very few people that can afford that sort of type of card at that level. I don't know. I don't think I don't think it affects the hobby a lot as a whole. I think people know that those sort of super rare cards like that, the Honus Wagner, that Mantle, where it's very rare. It's in a hard grade. Like when I'm talking rare, I'm talking like like there's less than 3 or 4 at that type of level of quality, in the whole world. That's what makes it and gives it that sort of price tag. We're seeing where there's 113, PSA 1086 Fleer Jordans, and it doesn't get nowhere near that close. Got to 700,000, and it's now they hit 200,000. They're stuck there, been stuck there for ages. So it's only if they're that rare that they get to that echelon. I mean, it's good because it creates headlines, gets people knowing that there's sports cards. There's people that are willing to pay quite a bit of money. Generates interest. So it's good in that sense. Anthony did say it'll be possibly PSA 10 could be up for auction. Makes you think if that guy who owns the PSA 10. I don't think he will, because I think it's some guy who owns a baseball team, owns that, and for him, like that, the money, 30 million to him is like nothing. You know what I mean? Like he literally owns an MLB team, the guy who owns that PSA 10. So I think for him, it's just more like a big flex.
Anthony says money. They estimated the PSA 10 at Nats to be 30 plus mil.
Yeah, I wouldn't be. I would say comfortably well over 20 million. Like comfortably, if that's going for 12.6, I think that extra 0.5. It's funny because if PSA, think about if PSA actually had a 9.5 grade, like they have an 8.5 or a 7.5. If that graded a 9.5 in a PSA slab, probably even goes for more than the 12.6. The way that the market perceives the different grading companies. So
very true.
Yeah, it's funny. I still to this day, I don't know why PSA doesn't have a 9.5 grade. It's one of the great mysteries of the hobby.
Your guess is as good as mine. My good man.
Yeah.
Next up.
We'll never know.
Here's one for the big soccer fans out there listening and watching. Here he is, the great man, the GM 2.0, Kylian Mbappe. Here it is. Look what's in here.
The quarantine gene rookie.
Let's go. Your favorite rookie of all time with Kylian Mbappe. So there you go. He's signed an exclusive with Panini America. The great man here. Here he is. Have a look at him. He's pretty happy about it.
GM of Paris Saint-Germain.
He's pretty happy to be signing a whole bunch of stickers for everyone. Mbappe. He's
James, yeah, everyone's favorite sports director, Mbappe.
and Boopy. Hi boys, it's in Crappe time. Yeah, he's here. The card messiah. Uh, there you go. Have to get a case of NT and Eminence this year, says Anthony. Gotta love them dropping this right after the PSG boxes. Funnily enough, Saucy does want to do a bit of a comparison on that in a second. So I'll read what it says. So Paris-based soccer icon Kylian Mbappe first appeared on a Panini sticker in 2016, a sticker which has since become highly sought after amongst collectors and soccer fans alike. Today, Panini America, subsidiary of the Panini Group, world leader in officially licensed sports and entertainment collectibles. Yeah, it's just a wank. And Kylian Mbappe announced that it has reached an exclusive autograph trading card and memorabilia multi-year deal. An integral part of the partnership will be Mbappe autograph trading cards and memorabilia being available only in a Panini America trading card products and through Panini Authentic and Memorabilia division of Panini America. It is this is Kylian Mbappe, by the way. It is such an honor for me to join the Panini family. As a child, I used to collect some of Panini trading cards, dreaming to be represented on these cards one day. 10 years later, we are here. I'm surprised he didn't come out and say, I now own 35% of Panini. signing the deal. So Mbappe's first auto will be featured in the upcoming National Treasures FIFA Road to the World Cup soccer product, which is going to be released next month in September, followed by the Prism FIFA World Cup Qatar set in October and Eminence in December. Mbappe's first autographed memorabilia pieces, soccer balls, jerseys, photos, and more will also be available exclusively through Panini Authentic beginning in late October. So there you go.
So look out on the Panini Direct app. I'm guessing, like when they drop like the Ja Morant, sign jerseys and Zion, they'll have, Mbappe stuff. They have David Beckham stuff on there as well. So this will be part of that. I'm worried. I'm worried, Doma. I'm worried because
why?
I feel like Panini won't make the effort to he's going to be in the NT set. I did hear Grayson speaking about that set today on a bit of a reel on Instagram. Grayson from Cherry Collectibles, and he expects the NT set Road to World Cup set to be pretty much all sticker autos. Now, who am I to say whether that's going to be the case or not? But I think he would have a more fairer idea than me. And from what we've seen from Panini recently, I'm worried because they've got this mad license with Mbappe. They've signed him up, and then they're gonna make him sign stickers and whack that on all the cards. To me, that just makes those Topps Chrome ones more, desirable because they're actually on the card. Are they worth $12,000? What I'd seen some people trying to sell some of the Mbappe ones for. I don't know. I find it hard pressed for it to be 12K, but yeah, I don't know. Something doesn't sit right with me when that box is the price it is and it's full of sticker orders. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. I just don't know how you can do that to collectors.
I don't know. James reckons only Eminence will probably
So
be on
5K a
card.
box. That's what Cherry had them at, and it's out of stock. Pre-order 5K a box. So for 5K a box, I think there's 6 cards in there in a NT box.
Anthony says flawless rumored again for next year.
8 cards
After
8
Eminence.
Cards.
So I have the rundown here for National Treasure Source, which I'll bring up. We'll do a bit of a quick preview of this. Here it is. Road to the World Cup base. Parallels are here. There you go. Jeremy Pino. Treasured moments. Treasured rookies as well. It's a Modric. There you go. Parallel breakdown, sapphire, gold, emerald, platinum printing plates. Road to World Cup. Auto relics. There's the GOAT.
Yeah, look, the cards
Timeless
look nice.
Talents.
The cards look good.
That's a nice card as well. The Messi brand logo auto. There's a patch of Neymar. The booklet looks sick. Inzaghi, Cannavaro, and Totti. Looks pretty cool. So 10 cards per pack, 1 pack per box, 4 boxes per case. September 23, 2022, that drops. So in a month's time. I just want to put something out there. I need to ask people. Yes, okay. I was about to ask the question, and Anthony has genuinely answered it. I was going to ask the chat. Obviously, we got a few soccer collectors in there. The Road to Qatar label hurts.
They should have put that on the back of the card, man. They really should have put it on the back of the card, or it needs to be smaller. Like it's not that bad on that Ronaldo one. I'm not gonna lie, but on some of the other ones, it's really bad.
I would have
It just
preferred the
sticks out like a
timeless.
sore thumb.
I still would have preferred the Timeless Talents to read Timeless Talents where the logo is on this card.
Yeah,
have
fair
that.
point.
Like that looks shit there.
Yeah,
on
that
the
just looks average.
The De Bruyne looks terrible. Where is it on the Messi? Like that looks shit. Jay says Panini knows the idiots will buy it, so they will continue to make it. Smartest publishing company on the planet, more overpriced junk. Anthony says my advice is if you're going to plan to spend on one of these products, choose Eminence. Fair enough. There you go. That's just a bit of a look into it. Saucer, you wanted to do a quick look at some of these Mbappe autos.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I can find them, man, because
If there's any up.
I'll have a look on eBay. I had a look, and I couldn't find any sales.
At the same time, there's a lot of soccer on tonight, which is good. Nothing wrong with that. In the meantime, we'll chuck this up. Our good friend of Double Coverage and Coverage.Media, as he was a part of it, Anthony Collects, posted this up. So historic ticket, Messi, cracked ice, PSA 10 has just been consigned at Golden. It's a nice card. Anthony has assured that he's not his. He does have one of those also. But thoughts, Saucy, on the Messi?
Yeah, interesting.
It's a big card, man. It's a big card.
It is a big card, so it'll be interesting to see what it goes for. But obviously, Anth wants to know because he's got one. So
yeah,
exciting times to see one of your cards. Well, I think it's numbered to 23 or something, or 17. So I'll bring up this PSG sets. There's a Messi number to 90 that was sold, 1,500, 1,600.
Is that on card?
Yeah, these are on card. So these in the Topps Chrome are all on card in the Topps Chrome set. I'm trying to look for any Neymar and Mbappe. Here's a few of the other ones. There's a Di Maria. You could got out of the set. It was $138.
There's
Verratti
Neymar.
number to 99. There's a Neymar number to 98, only $432. So it's pretty. Look, in my eyes, man, that's pretty crazy when the boxes are like something like that. People want like 13 to 15K for the box. I don't know, something like that. And the base Neymar to 99 only goes 400.
Interesting.
And that Messi to 98 or 88 or whatever it was to 90 only goes for 1,600. So it's pretty crazy, man. You're probably not going to make your money back on the box unless you get stuff that's like numbered to 10 or less. Let's be honest. Crazy.
It's very interesting. Maddie Cams back on the National Treasure says the blue card with a red label looks average. Anthony says on the Messi consignment, besides his flawless and chrome 17, it's probably his biggest modern card. So Anthony says basically, if you didn't get Mbappe to 20 or less, you have lost your money. Yes, you have.
And maybe Messi as well. It would be half decent, but even maybe Messi not, because there's a lot of his autos around. But I think it's just really just a really good all round effort by Tops to have those all on card. Like unbelievable. Like they've gone through that effort and made it happen, man. Like it's I just can't understand, man. Like Panini, there's certain guys you need to make the effort to fly out there, send a rep, and fucking get them signing on card. Some of the fringe guys, send them the sticker sheet. Yeah, like let's be honest, people in the hobby aren't going to be as upset. But certain guys, the top 30% of the guys in the product, top 20% of guys, send a rep out there, get them signed stuff on card. You just make enough money, make it happen.
Exactly right. If
Like,
Tyson Beck can make it happen, you can make it happen.
Thank you very much.
So that's all I'm saying. That just equals hard work to get. If it's hard work, that's what Tyson does is hard work. You're just taking the easy way out, Panini. So stop jibbing us. All right, Sauce. Couple more things. I've got a product review actually, and it is Luminance Football. And the reason why is the cards look really, really, really nice. Shieldsy before asked what a play was in the NFL. I'm going to leave that to next week. I'll leave that in the capable hands of Matty Cams and Matt's Card Shop. So hopefully Matty Cams can jump on this pod. As much as I said he's a second string QB and he's no good, but I think Tua actually could be the play for the season to buy and flip, because he's going to get a lot of completions with Tyreek Hill. Jay says, for the cost of the box of this crap, you can fly to Qatar business class and see 3 to 4 games in person. Piece of paper versus great experience. Man, that's not a bad point. Not a bad point. All right, release date, 31st of August, which is tomorrow. Luminance NFL football returns. Full bleed action photography, and is loaded with parallels and inserts of all the top stars and rookies the NFL has to offer. So the breakdown is hobby boxes of 2022 Panini Luminance NFL trading cards contain 10 cards per pack and 4 packs per box. Look for 3 autos, 1 mem, 5 parallels, 4 inserts, and 12 rookies per box on average. Returning in 2022, look for rookie on-card autos in year 1 SIGs with parallels including red ink, green ink, and purple ink. And new in 2022, collect rare inserts such as Dynamic, Vestige, Fusion, and Sheesh. Find the return of their short print case hit inserts such as Far Out and Moments. So let's have a look. Got a gallery here. Who are the top rookies of 2022 in Luminance? It's a good question. Who's the number 1 pick? Fuck, I've gone blank.
Trevor Lawrence.
Was that this year? No. He played last year, Trevor Lawrence.
Aren't they still behind on releases? Or is this a new release?
Oh, you know what? They might be.
Well, what
the hell?
Releases,
Whoa. Aaron Donald. Jalen Hurts. I don't know what it's doing, man.
What are you doing, Doma?
I'm trying to make your eyes go crazy. Patty Mahomes. They're actually a nice card. There you go. There's the sheesh.
Check it out. Always the checklist is there, Doma.
Yes, I think it is.
So make sure you check it out. I'm pretty sure it's still, because what year is it? Is it 21, 22, or is it?
Oh, I can't even get out of this. What the F
have you done, man?
done? Anyway, here's a Trevor Lawrence. Just technical difficulties here at Double Coverage. If I go back,
you've stuffed it.
James Cook's a rookie. I didn't see one on. No idea. It could be. No, it is. It's a new product. Kenny Pickett's got drafted last season or this season for this upcoming season.
So it's the
new rookies. So it's the new rookies.
Keep up with what's going on
Yeah. So new
in the NFL.
rookies in this
Tough.
one, which is pretty good. So second year cards for Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Yeah. So there he is. Kenny Pickett. He's playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Anyway, check that one out. I'll close this. We can get back to a few of the comments. Who are the top rookies? Jay says none. They all stink. That's probably why none of us can think of any. What? Global says the hobby schlong out is in the house. I don't know who he's talking about.
That's Jay.
I thought so. Hot tip: do not collect the rooks. Chase autos of MVPs and Super Bowl winners. No rook QBs winning anything in the next 6+ years. There you go. That's from Matty Camps. All right. Done that. We've got a couple more things. How are we looking for time source? Let's quickly get into this. Give it a bit of a plug. Mercury now live source.
Yep.
They've got their marketplace feature is up and running. So if you don't know what Mercury is, it is an Australian created company that is a online marketplace for cards. You can also store your cards in like your vault. You can have there's trophy room, so you can showcase your collection to the world. You can have a have list.
No, they don't have like a vault like PWCC has a vault.
No, not that type of
like
vault.
You create your own, what they call your trophy room, and you put your collection in there. And essentially it's like having a catalog of all your cards, and you can even price stuff there and put stuff for sale. You can then stuff that's not for sale that you can sort of just display what you've got, so people can, maybe even make you an offer on that card. So they've got also, you join up to one their collectors tier. I don't know the tiers of membership.
Yeah, I can show you
click
that.
on it and find it.
So if I go here,
if you join that,
I did it before.
You can see you can potentially win a Kobe Bryant autograph that they're giving away.
Here it is.
Later this year, if you join their collectors tier, I believe it's called. I think it's collectors.
Vendor is 130 a month. Then you have Hall of Fame, 30 a month. All Stars, 20. Champion, $10 a month. Collector,
yeah,
is
so
$4
if you just
a month.
$4 a month, if you join up the $4 a month one, that's will enter you into that competition to potentially win a Kobe Bryant auto. So, ladies and gentlemen, check it out.
Here's the trophy room. Like I just went in there. I've got the card here. Where is it? I put in this. So a lot of the things I'm like getting used to it, and like you can flip the cards and stuff. Which
you can upload your photos.
I put this on. Yeah, you upload it. And I think it uploads it for everyone. Source.
Yeah,
I think so. If you go to search it, so if I add this, I'm going to go do it later. So you help populate the images with obviously the checklist that's in there. You can browse cards. Give me a Skybox. We'll go 1991 Skybox. See if something comes up. There you go. You can go in here. You can look at the players. You can search up here, and we say we want Michael Jordan. So I click on MJ, Skybox Salutes, Skymaster. There you go. Someone's added a picture for that one. And then you can say, it's in my have list. There you go. Save it. You can go down and say, I want this. Put it in my want list.
Want list, yep.
You can obviously add all your photos and stuff. If you go back to your trophy room, then these will come up. So that's in my have. And then you click up here, your want, and there it is. This is what I want. If I go view, one person wants it, one's vaulted it, so it's not for sale. And that is the person that owns the card, PG13. So I can visit the trophy room. I'm pretty sure that's Brendan's account.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
So if I head on over
You
to
can-
his, you can see what he's got, and I'm pretty sure it also shows what he has for sale on his trophy room, as well as what he's not obviously not for sale. He's obviously ranked number 1. Makes sense. Paul George is his main PC. Side PC. You can have lists, like group your have lists. So this is what is in his collection. This user, you can have a look. But you can go over to the side here and it says for sale for trade. He's created another list on there. So you can click on that. Just let it load. There you go. You can, if I click on this Genesis, I'm not sure how that part works just yet. I might be able to message him, I think.
Yeah. So obviously
Yeah.
this is like early development. We did interview Brendan, had him on the show when we did the Magnificent 7 series, and he told us a lot more in detail about it. So feel free to go find that episode amongst our list of special podcasts.
The other thing is the
check it out.
marketplace.
Yeah, and the marketplace launched. Did speak to him. They had issues with developers that couldn't deliver the product that they wanted, so they've had to find new developers and move on, which happens in business. Sometimes you employ people that can't get the job done, so you must find someone that can. They've been able to do that. And this is just the building blocks. What's going to be hopefully a bigger and better
there you go. MJ's for sale over here.
Marketplace and utility for the hobby. There are a number of other people sort of doing this, so it'll be interesting to see how
leaders
they differentiate themselves from the others. But yeah, check it out, ladies and gentlemen. It's something that's been in the works for a while. It'd be really cool. You can catalog everything. I'm not sure how their fee structure works. I'm guessing it's less than eBay. That's part of the reason why he wanted to bring the marketplace feature, because no one likes the eBay 13%.
He's the Jordan we showed on the show last week. The Fleer base.
He's got it up there for whatever
$3.50
price. $3.50.
I don't know how much these go for. Obviously, do your comparisons. Have a look. Here's another player, LeBron James. We'll put in quickly, and then we'll move on, just so you can see. These are just what's for sale.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'm not sure. Have you tried to do this sort of stuff on your phone and see how well the mobile side of it works? Because not for anything, if you're uploading to your collection, you're probably going to do it on your phone. Because if you want to put a photo of stuff that they haven't got, you're probably going to take the photo on your phone. So it'll be interesting to see how their mobile version
if this works. Shaquille O'Neal. There you go.
There we go.
It's as simple as this. You can just chuck that little thing adds to your cart. Do I like anything here? We'll say I want the Ultra Scoring Kings. Bang. Click on my cart. LeBron. It's in USD. Check out from seller. And then you've got to put all your details in and stuff. And away you go. There you go. It's a bit of a dive into Mercury. So have a look at it. Support them. Show your love. We have an opportunity here, Source, to make this the marketplace for Australia. So just put it out there, guys. Supporting an Australian company. Anthony says the Mbappe ordered a 5 from the paper set. His sticker order from the PSG set sold on eBay for $27K US. Unsure if it's paid, but saw it on Insta. So there you go. So unless you're pulling it to 5, because what were they? 15 grand or 20 grand a box?
Yeah, 15, something like that.
15, yeah. There you go. All right, Source. Over to you. You had something to discuss about Patrick Ryan. A bit of a rant he went on.
Yeah, he has always funny rants when he goes live. P Ryan Collection on IG, so check him out. And generally when he goes for a live, it will have some sort of topic of conversation. This time it was a bit of a thing that he put out. Like he doesn't understand the discrepancy between game used jerseys and how much they're selling for compared to like what is a patch card or a patch auto card, that the patch itself has no association or anything to do with the player at all. Is literally just a clipping from a jersey that's been grabbed off the rack, fresh, and cut up and put inside the card. He doesn't understand that, when you can buy a whole game used item for a couple $1,000 of a guy, or $1,500, and then this person's patch cards or his higher end stuff that has no association with him of a rookie is going for 3, 4, 5,000. Some of these cards. And it does make it interesting because, like, think about there's going to be a point that if they do want to keep using game used material within cards, there's going to be a shortage of game used jerseys potentially with what they demand now. I'm not sure how it all works with like NBA players in their contracts and how many they need to give up or whatever. If they're aware that they sort of each jersey they wear in every game has some sort of value to someone. So it made for an interesting live. So check it out, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't. P Ryan Collection on IG. And there was a bit of beef with Jeremy Lee because Jeremy Lee put up a bit of a post saying, "But I collect cards. I don't collect game used jerseys." Does anyone who actually only cares about cards really care about the game used jerseys? And P Ryan's response was, I think it's irresponsible to say that an actual game used jersey item isn't a better store of value than what is a non-associated patch in a card that has zero relevance to the player. So it just brings it on, the old what I was always spoken about, that I don't really like the no association. I find it really hard to pay a premium, paying a premium on a card that has a patch in it that has no association with the player. And yeah, it's literally just as I say, a jersey, a piece of fabric from Spotlight that they've cut up, mate. So I don't know.
I can't wait. This is going to be elite. I just.
So check it out, ladies and gentlemen. It was an interesting live, a good topic of conversation. I'm of the opinion leaning towards P Ryan. I would rather have the game used jersey. If it's not signed, so be it. You could probably get it signed in the future because a lot of athletes do private signings and then make it a game used signed jersey. And if it isn't signed already, a lot of them are. So there's opportunity there. I think I would prefer the actual game used jersey that has been photo matched and has the that authentication to it than the patch card. I don't know. What would you prefer, Doma? Would you prefer the game used jersey or would you prefer the non-associated?
I'm taking the game used jersey because
that's
you can buy them. You can buy those jerseys from significant games. So it could be like LeBron dropped 60, and you can buy the jersey from that game. It's actually got like historical significance to it, where instead of just a Spotlight special. That's just me personally. Nothing wrong with patch cards, like at all. But I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Here we go, Tinky. I love how Futura does it. They even name the match where the patch is from. That's a really nice touch, and and other companies have done that before, where they've named where the significance of this patch. And I have heard Wax Museum podcast talk about this, Doma, about how they would literally say on the card where the jersey was used, what game, and things like that. And I think that really adds a really nice touch and something unique to the card. So I mean, I hope I just feel like the way the hobby's gone, the way that all the new product gets gobbled up, these companies have gotten so fucking lazy that they don't even put in the effort anymore with these details and
you're not wrong
and these things, because regardless, some breaker somewhere is going to find some yuppies to be able to open the product. Unfortunately, that's where we've gone in this hobby, and I just feel like they get off too scot-free. I don't want to sound like a whining, bitch, but it's it fucking pisses me off, man. Like, I just, when shit's like, 5K for a box of a premium product, and then lower, you're like Impeccable's 2.5K for a box. There has to be something that gives, and this is the stuff that needs to be spot on from, the people who produce the product, Paninis, the Tops.
Global says think that Fanatics will have more access to athletes. Well, you'd hope so.
We hope so, because they also control signings. Like Chris Paul signings are only done through Fanatics. You can only get him through Fanatics, so he's like a Fanatics athlete. So we hope there's more of that, and that gives him more access to, be able to produce better stuff.
Now, Source.
I know I'm of the view that Fanatics aren't going to do much good for the hobby, but I hope not. I'm gonna sit glass half full at this point in time until I get proven different.
Now, Source, I've been smirking and laughing for the last 5 minutes.
What are you on about?
Because I haven't been able to find a checklist for the bench warmers, but there's like a 1-page flyer, and it explains time cards you can get into this. Yeah, the sell sheet.
Here we go.
And I tell you what, you're on here. You are on. This could be one of the greatest breaks in the history of breaking, if it comes down to you ripping this product. Oh my days! There's certified buybacks in this product, Source.
Are you bringing it up?
I am gonna bring it up. I'm gonna tease it before they tease you in person. So, Benchwarmer is pleased to announce a product 10 years in the making, Source. 10 years in the making, all right? The best of Benchwarmer. For over 10 years, Benchwarmer has been buying back its own rare cards on eBay from collectors and dealers. And now we're offering all of these 101 cards in a product with all new premium content as well. 8 hits per box. Each box contains 8 premium cards. There is one giant gem style case hit, 101 in every box, usually 2 per case. 1 best footsteps cards, which you'll see in a second. You can just take a guess on what that is. Goddess Valora territory. I'm talking, Source.
No.
2 best butts inserts.
Best butts inserts.
1 buyback, 1 of 1 bench warmer, and 3 best of bench warmer premium base. Now, here it is. Here it is, Source. Wow. Look, you can actually like bling. Look at this, the bling.
That's great.
This is the product. We're not done yet, mate, because these are the buybacks. Have a look at this. You get a piece of the Santa Claus lingerie outfit patch.
Oh, wow.
Piece of the bikini. Look at this. What the hell? Anyway, buyback 101s.
Yeah, James, can we get more of the Playboy packs open? Well, this isn't quite the Playboy level, but it's
have a look at this. Have a look at this patch in the top right hand corner here.
The zipper.
What is this product? It's 10 years in the making, though, so it is very scarce.
Where is it? Bench warmers. We want to see the title. Bench warmer. There we go. Best of bench warmers. Wow.
There you go. All right. So, Saucy, West Oz cards, $160 a box.
Yeah, I know. Gonna have to get a box, I reckon.
Rip it up. Global says you're buying a case. Saucy wants to control the complete pop of all these cards. He wants all the 101 buybacks, and then he wants the numbered inserts. Don't worry about sneaker spotlight, Source. You're gonna have the best of feet
It's a product from Leaf.
It is a Leaf product.
Yep.
Anyway, so there you go. There's bench warmers. The last one is Skybox Metal Universe prices source.
I'll go over it quickly.
We discussed it a couple of weeks ago, the checklist.
Yeah. So it's come out. You can find some people are ripping it. Check out Cosmic Card Community on Facebook. They are doing a break for it. So, make sure you join that group. You might be able to join in on the break. If not, just check him out, rip in the box and see some of the cards. We'll have a look at some of the cards. Doma, some pretty cool stuff. $26. This is a base card. $26 for this Spider-Man base card.
Yeah, there it is. Very nice.
There we go. Here's another one. Light gold variant. That's
the Grant. Who ripped the box of this source?
The Great Lemon ripped the box, also known as the Great Curator.
Great Lemon.
The Great Lemon. Spider-Man Gold Venom. Here you go. $41. This is just a base gold card. Venom card. Looks pretty sick.
You know who'd be buying this product. Well,
here you go. He's a number to 10 Thor PMG. Number to 10, $5,500.
That's sick. You know who's buying this product? The Big G unit. Big G White from Cherry. He'd be all over this.
So he was selling boxes. He'd
be all over this, man.
Dylan Riley says he said 1 of 1 sketch card. I don't know. Is it actually sick. 1 of 1? I don't know if it's actually a 1 of 1. We'll have to see the back of it and see if it's actually numbered 1 of 1. Let's have a look.
Yep, it is.
There you go. So that's pretty interesting. $500 for 1 of 1 sketch card. So some cool cards in there. I think it's pretty interesting that some of the prices on some of this stuff.
I'll go on the break. I've been in a couple of one of Cosmic's.
William Fisk, number to 100. Number to 100 card. William Fisk, the guy from Daredevil. The evil guy from Daredevil. He's
very nice.
$110. There you go. So it's a couple of interesting prices. It's pretty crazy that something like this is a base card, Spider-Man Prowler High Series. It says SP short print. I don't know. Is it short print?
Yeah, it's a variation. It looks like
variation. Okay, but I don't think it will
be
short print.
Or parallel. Sorry, whatever it is.
Some sort of parallel. I don't know. It's not numbered. That's all I know. If it's not numbered, it ain't.
Oh, Wolverine! There he is.
Well, that's a base card. That's $15 for the base card, Wolverine base card.
Fuck, this is as good as Footy Stars, mate. This product.
Yeah. Well, it's early days, so don't
select
get too
product.
Excited,
it's like a select product. Go out there, rip it.
Pretty cool. It's a nice.
That one.
It's a nice product.
It is a nice product.
Too bad if you didn't order those boxes a while ago, because all I know is the people in the States are hoarding this shit and driving the price up. So.
Yeah, I'll try and I'll talk to Cosmic, try and get in that break. See how we go. Show you what I can get out of it. That's it, Source. The last one was pretty much, we had a full-on week. We wanted to get some content. Obviously, we couldn't get the content we wanted to get. But we were lucky enough to be invited to a private event last week with the great man. Obviously, we met Tyson Beck, which was fantastic. It was 2 years in the making. We posted something about that. He's a great person. Everything you see about him is what you get. A collector, well, a fan of the show, sorry, as I should say, and a good friend of ours actually said to us on Sunday night after the hobby hangout, just bouncing ideas off of him and asking what he would like to see. And he said that he'd love to have more Tyson Beck podcasts, like frequently. And I actually gave that feedback to Tyson on Wednesday last week. And he said, yeah, he'd love to be more of a regular in terms of like every regular, as in, because he is a very busy guy, 3 to 4 months potentially coming on. So trying to get 3 or 4 pods with Tyson throughout the year. This year we've got a big whopping 0. But technically, we'll count the Hobby Hangout interview as 1. We're actually able to talk to him in person, which was good. But we might try and tee something up towards the end of the year when he quietens down a little bit. He's been very, very, very busy.
Very
insane at the moment. So yeah, and we'll leave you on this
More
one.
to come.
because
More to come.
Here we go, Sauce. We met
There
the
it
big
is.
fella. He wasn't looking. Well, it doesn't matter. We met the big fella. It was
Big Shaquille. He's huge.
He's a big human being. Quite large, to be honest. But yeah, it was awesome. Awesome experience to meet one of our favorite players.
Big Shaq.
Ever. Sauce and I, we love
Diesel.
the great man. So yeah, his hands are massive.
Unfortunately, couldn't see his set down at Billboards.
Now,
Mate, he was on one of the most
punching
hectic
on.
schedules I've ever seen. You know, literally that event he came to where we were. After that, he had a private dinner with 15 people that cost $5,000 a spot to sit down at the table.
Was it 5K or 15K a spot? 5K or 12K or something? Yeah, something crazy.
Something stupid.
The PSG box.
Crazy, right? And then after that, he went and played at Billboards that evening. So the man is nonstop. He had a lot of a jam-packed schedule. But yeah, fortunate enough to get a photo. Unfortunately, he was, let me tell you, his security was so tight that, mate, if I actually tried to pull out a Sharpie and a card out of my pocket, I feel like it would have got karate kicked out of my hand.
Shoved down our throat, more like it. Anyway, it was great. It was an awesome experience. And honestly, it's thanks to everyone that listens to this show. And like, that's how we get opportunities like that. Just meeting right people, networking, and yeah, a big thank you to everyone for everything you do for us. And we'll keep providing content for you on a weekly basis. So on behalf of myself and the great man Sauce, keep living, loving, and breathing sports. It is double coverage, and peace out.
Peace. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking all sports, double coverage.